Namaste, my name is Wu Wei. I'm International Meditation Master. Today I want to speak here about Carl Jung. And so he is saying the shadow, and the meaning is unconsciousness. Once your shadow finds light, the shift happens. What is the difference between forcing things to get them done and operating from a position of power? When we force things, we operate from a mindset of winning or losing, or from a place of scarcity. In contrast, when we operate from power, we recognize that we can gain from both winning and losing and strive for improvement. In every situation, we learn something valuable. As a result, we grow and everything around us can improve as well. This means if you're relaxed, you work much better. You're much more creative. So you don't focus on the goal, you focus on the things what you're doing right now. The reason why you're doing is a goal, but even then the learning is more valuable. This means we are operating from a position of power rather than forcing outcomes. As a Zen quote says, the grass grows by itself. You don't need to pull the grass, it grows naturally. This reflects the concept of Wu Wei, to do without doing, or to be in the flow. When I put myself under pressure, I become ineffective. For instance, all of those rigid concepts about writing a book, such as writing a page every day or structuring it first, are absolute nonsense, and sit right when you enjoy it. I have written books in many noisy places, in the mountains, in the beach, at train station, and in crowded hotel lobbies. Sometimes I was freezing, I didn't care. The key is to write what is inside you without judgment. And afterward you can structure it. If something doesn't fit, delete it. This is the approach of many successful authors. Don't force it. Okay? It's just so simple to write a book. When I can write a book, then everybody can write a book. How do we get into a position of power? We need to bring light into our shadow. Carl Jung describes these different inner voices as our shadow, comprising suppressed emotions, thoughts and experience. Until we integrate our shadow in our persona, we cannot operate from a position of power and fully harness our potential. We have many different personas inside of us, and if we are unaware of this, our unconsciousness determines our life. Makes sense, no? By bringing awareness to our unconsciousness, we can identify the various personas that influences our decisions. For example, the superego and our inner child are often in conflict. If we want to enjoy our lives, we should learn lean into our inner child and playful addresses our problems. The superego tends to force things which may not be beneficial in many situations. While the superego has its place for getting things done, being punctual, adhering to our principle and maintaining our morals, our inner child seeks joy and creativity. So you have to learn to blend both, okay? You agree to your superego that you have to be on time. And then you agree to your inner child to make it joyful. It's just so damn simple. That you start earlier and be relaxed. No? Moreover, we all possess masculine and feminine aspects within us. The traits, habits, emotions that we dislike in others are often a reflection of ourselves despite our denial. So, or as Goethe said, your own sins you first discover in other people. So if you see something bad in other person, then reflect, maybe you have it also. If we don't acknowledge and accept our shadow, we will waste a lot of energy fighting against it. So this was a lot, okay, for normal people, but it's getting even more. No? For example, men often seek new romantic partners while their girlfriend or spouses may resent this behavior. Ironically, women sometimes experience boredom in their sex life with their partners after about 6 months. So they are the same or even worse. Unaddressed emotions arise during crisis, turning our lives into cars. This means we have this drive to go in bed with other beautiful women, but we don't need to do so, okay? But we accept that we have this drive, okay? This I mean, no? And we don't deny our drives. Crises reveal our suppressed negative emotions, and this awareness is valuable because it helps us understand what lies within us. We should accept every emotion, thought, and aspect of our shadow. Otherwise, we cannot fully enjoy our lives. Initially, it is difficult when our darker sides come to the surface, but fighting against the negativity only exacerbates the problem. It doesn't work out. No? Our goals related to money and fame are just a part of life and shouldn't replace love and relationship. No? So then the thing is, what about shame? Shame is a belief that we flawed. It creates a shadow that leads to negative self-judgment. For instance, consider masturbation, a common act that many judge negatively despite its prevalence. Everybody does so, no? Everybody does so. No? What about guilt? Guilt involves judging our actions, feeling that what we did was wrong. We should openly discuss our shame and guilt to accept both fully. Okay, thank you that you could hear it and that I could speak to you, and bye.